Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Spurlock Center on the campus of Franklin College for some women's basketball. This early Thanksgiving treat. It is the Grizzlies and the Albion Britons on this evening on Grizz TV, presented by Hubler Automotive Group. I'm Jonathan Mathis, and happy to be here with you for tonight's action and tonight's game. It is the second home game for the tenure of Jessica Johnson, the brand new head coach for the Franklin Grizzlies. She is 1-1, as is her team. Lost their first home game of the year. That was on Friday, the 11th of November. They won last time out on Saturday at Principia in an impressive showing, beating them by 23. So coming off a high, they come back to the Spurlock Center where they're currently welcoming and honoring professors around Franklin College, mentors and people that these young ladies are looking up to. For Albion, they have been on a roll. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Grizzlies tonight. Albion, the Britons, Doreen Carden, is on the opposite end of the experience spectrum from Jessica Johnson. Jessica Johnson, in her first head coaching gig, first year at Franklin. Doreen Carden is in her 22nd at Albion and has won 339 career games entering tonight. Most recently, the Britons came out of the gate with one loss and then have been on a roll. Won at a neutral site against Grove City. They won on the road at Oberlin. They won at home at John Carroll, or won at home against John Carroll. And now back on the road again. They won a little bit of everywhere. They've won with some good shooting. They're shooting 42% from the field. They're high scoring, 74 points per game. They're great at rebounding, and this is going to be something to keep an eye on throughout this game. The Grizzlies are going to have to match up with an excellent rebounding team, and Franklin has been at a rebounding and size deficit this season. Franklin averaging, they're giving up 8.5 rebounds per game to their opponents, and Albion has a thunderous 15.5 rebound advantage over their opponents this season. So that'll be a very tough matchup, and it's one that Albion like to exploit, and it's one Franklin will have to have an answer for. We mentioned what Albion just did offensively for Franklin. They are averaging 71 points per game between their two outings, just off a 77-point effort, which is very positive. They've only given up 64 points per game. Defensively, that's exactly where Albion is too. Their defensive numbers are quite similar. Franklin is allowing opponents to shoot just over 35% from the field. Albion's opponents are shooting just under 37%. From three, the Grizzlies are limiting their opponents to 24% from deep. Albion at 27%. And on the free throw line, not giving up too many opportunities. Albion has been better at it. Opponents only attempting 15 free throws per game for the 4 outings that Albion's played. Franklin has been allowing 21 free throws per game, and opponents have not punished them, shooting 67% from the line. The rebound discrepancy is notable. Points in the paint also notable. Albion is averaging 41 points in the paint per game. Franklin is allowing just 27 while scoring 33 for themselves, but still a big advantage for the visiting Britons. Albion was projected to finish 4th in the very competitive Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association. That is a pretty loaded. Right now they are 4th at 3-1. There's 2 undefeated teams in Calvin and Hope, and they intend to probably stay that way for at least some time. The Grizzlies were projected to finish 6th in the HCAC, and they're outperforming that at the moment. They're currently 4th in the standings. None of these teams have played conference games yet. That will start next outing for the Grizzlies. So Franklin enters on a 1-game win streak, if you can qualify that as a streak. They've won their last outing. Albion on a 3-game win streak. Last time these two teams met, as we have about a little over 3 minutes till tip-off. Last time these two teams met, it was on December 20th, 2021, and it went very poorly for the Grizzlies. Albion won by 31, 71-40, and a big story from that game, and something that Jessica Johnson is expecting to see much improved on tonight. The shooting for the Grizzlies was not very good. The Grizzlies were 13 for 54 from the field and 1 for 14 from 3. That's just 7.1%. Now the Grizzlies have outperformed those numbers by leaps and bounds this season, and they're expecting that to continue tonight. Now 3 minutes to tip. Let's look at the starting lineups for today's game. The 5 for Albion is an experienced and dangerous group. 3 guards, 1 guard forward. We're listing her in the front court nominally, and then an excellent center that we'll touch on in a moment. Elena Welker, number 3, is a 5'8" senior guard from Dearborn Heights, Michigan, went to Divine Child High School. She is outstanding. She is the leading scorer and assister. She averages 5 assists per game. Her main running mate in the backcourt is number 14, Lolo Reed, who's 5'5", a junior from Saginaw. Those two combined for 26.1 points per game. Reed, for her part, is just a tick under 13 points per game. Not much of a three-point shooter, though. She's attempted only 2 this season. Sierra Cole, number 20, is the final member of the backcourt. 5'3" senior, 5th-year senior from Durand, Michigan. She is averaging 6.3 points per game. In the front court, number 32, Riley Davis, is a 6-foot junior from Ann Arbor. She was the minutes leader last time out for Albion, playing 27 minutes, and is the qualified three-point leader, the most accurate marksman on the Britons, shooting 44% there in the early season. And then Dania Beavers, number 52, 6'3" junior from Detroit, is a double-double machine. She averages 12 points and 11 rebounds on the season. She's going to be tough to handle. The Grizzlies are going to have to come up with a solution to her. The starting 5 for the Franklin College Grizzlies. 1-1 on the year, 1-1 in the tenure for Jessica Johnson, is the same starting 5 for the previous 2 games. Number 5, Jordan Kuhn, the freshman from Evansville, 5'7", has been outstanding, leads the Grizzlies in points at 15.5 and assists at 3.5. She is going to have a really good game tonight. Also in the backcourt, the experienced Grace transfer, 5'11" junior, number 23, Sarah O'Day from Avon, is the best free throw shooter on the Grizzlies on the early season. She's 5 for 6, 83%. Maddie Barnes wears number 32. She's 5'8", a sophomore from Indianapolis. Speedway Sparkplug is the leading three-point shooter for the Grizzlies at 50%. Taylor Cooney wears number 20. She's a 5'9" sophomore from Greensburg, Indiana. She's averaging 12 points per game, one of 3 Grizzlies with 12, or one of 2 Grizzlies averaging in double figures. And then one of the keys tonight, number 12, Cece Bailey, a 6-foot junior from Milan, Indiana, averaging 9.5 points per game and 6.5 rebounds. She's going to have a great game. She's only missed 2 shots this season. We'll pause for the anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet because it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Franklin College Grizzlies. At point guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 5, Jordan Coon. At the other guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 32, at one forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Hunter Coon. At another forward, a 5'11" junior, number 23, Sarah O'Day. And coming center, a 6-foot junior, number 12, DC Mendes.
All right. Starters as we given to you. I hope you're able to hear the wonderful PA announcer here at Franklin College in the Spurlock Center, Matt Smith. He has taken the seat of a pretty iconic voice around a lot of arenas in central Indiana, Steve McClure, who died a few months ago, and Matt has done a great job with football, done a great job tonight. So we're getting ready for the jump. Lineups are as we gave them to you. 5 Coon, 12 Bailey, 20 Cooney, 23 O'Day, 32 Barnes are the 5 for the Grizzlies. 3 Welker, 14 Reed, 20 Cole, 32 Davis, and 52 Beavers are the 5 for Albion, who win the tip. Clock are running. We're at 9:52. Welker trying to lob it into Beavers, and that's some great defense by C.C. Bailey, forcing the first turnover of the game. That's exactly what Franklin's going to have to do with defending Beavers, try to deny that entry. The Grizzlies have done a good job generating turnovers. They average 18 forced turnovers a game. Here is Cooney at the top as we come close to 9:30 to go here in the first quarter. There's Barnes inside. Cooney on the give and go, working down her man and scoring the first bucket of the game. Taylor Cooney's got 2. The Grizzlies have 2, and she got it at the expense of number 20 for Albion, Sierra Cole. Here's Beavers, top of the key. Over to Cole. Right wing, lines up a 3. He missed it long. Rebound to Jordan Coon. Coon has been outstanding this season in those robin's egg blue colored shoes. Also, Sarah O'Day's wearing them. Just inside 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Here's Coon, left side of the lane, leaves it for Cooney. Barnes around the top of the key. O'Day, not the most lethal shooter, and her shot is blocked by Beavers right out of her hand. In transition, it's Cole. She hits the brakes and gives it to Lolo Reed. One of the best shooters for Albion, misses long off the rim. And Albion not off to a strong start shooting. Cooney misses on the other end of the floor. We're at 8:30 to go here, first quarter, in the Spurlock Center for the second time this season for Franklin. Albion, last time they've been here, it's been a while. Working inside and getting the bucket up and over Barnes was Lolo Reed. So we're all tied. Taking her times, Barnes, now Cooney. 8 minutes, right on the button. Shrugs off the defender, gives it to O'Day. She's looking for Coon. Jordan Coon, the wonderful freshman from Evansville, breaks down her man on the dribble, kicks it to Barnes, lines up the 3, left it well short. Rebound, Reed. Lolo Reed has a girl to her right, girl to her left. She doesn't need either of them and takes it right down the lane, and standing fast, Maddie Barnes forces the tie-up, which will end up being a turnover. The Grizzlies had the possession arrow. So already, that's 2 turnovers for Albion. Cooney. And almost successfully picking the pocket, but fouling was Lolo Reed. That's the first foul of the game, first of the quarter. No need for the bonus yet. And our first sub comes in. Out goes Lolo Reed. In comes Ava Guilford, a 5'3" freshman from Portland, Michigan, averaging 3 points per game. Most of the scoring for Albion has been their starters. They're averaging just over 23 points per game by their bench, and that means 51 points per game from the starting unit. With 8 on the shot clock, O'Day bounces it inside. CC Bailey's got some room and draws a crucial foul on Denia Beavers. That's the second call against the Britons, and it should send Bailey to the line. But if you could get Denia Beavers, that's the biggest advantage for Albion. If you get her in foul trouble, that would be a huge thing for the Grizzlies, and we'll see if CC Bailey can capitalize. On the season, she's 3 for 6 from the free throw line, makes the first. And the second rattles home. Grizzlies 4, Britons 2. With 7 minutes to go here, first quarter. Lightly scoring first quarter by these two teams that can put it up. Both averaging in the low to mid 70s so far this season. Franklin had a 77-point effort the other night, and a perfectly shot 3 by Elena Welker gives Albion their first lead of the game at 5-4 with 6:40 to go here in the first. Cooney having to battle around. Sierra Cole was hanging in tough, and that lob, a misread. She thought Bailey would drop. Bailey stumbled, and here is Cole on the other end of the floor. Oh, wide open top. Welker passed up the 3, takes the 2, and goosed it. Beavers hangs inside, but can't mount a bucket, and is swung out to O'Day in transition. Grizzlies looking for the lead with here a Coon 3, but it's long. Riley Davis gets the rebound. Davis might be overlooked in the lineup, but she's an outstanding three-point shooter, shooting 44% from the field. That's number 32 in purple. She has the ball now on the left side. Looking in for Beavers. This is a little out of Denia's range. Hands it off to Welker, well within her range, but she misses another three-point attempt. On the season, Welker shooting 29% from 3. A little slower start for three-point shooting, really shooting in general here today. And Welker picks up her first foul. So the foul trouble for Albion here in the first quarter is mounting. That's 3 fouls against the Britons, none against the Grizzlies, with 5:41 to go here in the first. So far, as a sub comes in for Franklin, or a sub came in for Albion. We'll double check on who it is. Here is Cooney missing a 3. The sub was Becca Ross, a senior from Gaylord, Michigan, for the purple and gold. Passing up the 3 is Riley Davis. She leaves it outside. Guilford missed from the top of the key. Sticks with it, though, and gets the floater. Well, a 3-point lead for the Britons. 3-point shooting tonight. 1 for 4 from the field, as driving down and doinking it in is Kuhn. Nice effort there. Makes it a 1-point game with 5:05 to go. The Britons are 1 for 4 from 3. Franklin 0 for 3 from deep. Down low, Ross. Guarded out by Bailey. The hook over Bailey, not successful, and it was off of Albion. So Franklin will get the ball. And it looks like we have a timeout on the floor, too. So we're going to take a little breather as well. 4:52 to go here, first quarter. Albion leads Franklin 7-6. We return to the action. 4:52 to go here in the Grizz TV, presented by Hubler Automotive Group. Grizzlies down by 1. All 6 points have been shared equally among 3 Grizzlies: Bailey, Cooney, and Kuhn. Newly into the game for Franklin, the 6th man of the team, Camille Perry from Speedway, Indiana. Nice rebound. Bailey goes up strong and going to the line. She drew a foul on the play. We'll see who it's on. It's going to go against Audrey DeWaters off the bench. A lot of subs in. And this is the 4th team foul against Albion here in the early going. And Bailey left that one short, and she knew it. So the 5 for Albion are Debrea Edwards and the lady who just committed the foul, Audrey DeWaters. Sierra Cole still out there, as is Ava Guilford. And Becca Ross. Bailey Torrance just subbed in for Franklin, as we now have a tie ball game, with CC Bailey is now 3 for 4 from the free throw line. If she's able to replicate that the rest of the night, the Grizzlies should be in good hands, as it is a tie ball game with 4:20 to go here in the first. Ross lost the ball in the dribble and threw it away. She thought Guilford would flare out. Guilford flared in, and the ball went to a ghost. And now Franklin will inbound. 3 turnovers for Albion here in the early going, 1 for the Grizzlies. Here's Perry. Hands it off to Cooney. Kuhn flings it out to, and we're going to redo this. There was a microphone malfunction. And so the referees are going to confer. So a foul was called on Ava Guilford. Her first, misread by me. There was a sound, odd sound, and that is penalty in effect. So Franklin in the bonus right from the get-go. And going to the line will be Jordan Kuhn, who's shooting 75% on the season. And she misses the first. In real numbers, she's now 6 for 9. It's kind of funny when you have early going in the season. You see the percentages don't really tell the story. 6 for 9 is not bad. 7 for 10 is even better. And Kuhn now has 3 points. She's the leading scorer for the Grizzlies on the season, 15.5 points per game. 4 minutes to go. Grizzlies lead by 1. Working it inside, Guilford leaves it outside to Cole. Now down low. And trying a behind-the-head lob to Waters rather. Missed it. Kuhn shrugs off a defender, drives down the lane, goes up and rolls around and falls. 5 for number 5. 3-point lead for Franklin, their biggest of the game. Edwards works it outside, looking for the tie is Ross, but she missed it. Standing tall for the rebound is Taylor Cooney. Now Jordan Kuhn. Kuhn flings it out. O'Day lines up a 3 and hits it. 6-point lead for the Grizzlies. First made 3 of the game for the Grizzlies. And O'Day, not much of a 3-point shooter, just 20% over the first 2 games. But the Grizzlies have the lead, and it's got a little smaller as Bailey Torrance commits the foul. Audrey DeWalters made the bucket and will go to the line for more. First foul of the quarter on Franklin. Almost wholesale changes for the Britons, as Audrey DeWaters, a 5'11" senior from Richland, Michigan, goes to the line. She is 5 for 15 from the line so far this year. And this free throw is no good. Racing in for the rebound is Kuhn. Jordan, coast to coast, but left it short. Rebound, Welker. Welker racing the other way, trying to pull a Jordan Kuhn. No, she hits the brakes. She's at the top of the key, looks over towards her right, has a man. It's Mendetta, who hands it off. Davis inside, scores. Riley Davis's first 2 points of the game, and Albion on a bit of a run here. They've now trimmed the Franklin lead, which was 6-2. 13-11, 2:20 to go here, first quarter. Nice move off the dribble by Perry. There's the hot shooter O'Day, but she misses. Torrance tough with the rebound, no good. Ripped down by DeWaters. Lolo Reed leaves it over. A three on the way that does not connect by Mendetta. Torrance the rebound, and Jordan Kuhn one-on-one with the left. Good off the glass. 7 for Jordan Kuhn. And the Grizzlies have a 4-point lead inside 2 minutes to play here in the first. Lolo looks over towards the right side. There's Angelina Mendetta inside. Nice find. Elena Welker now has 5 points. 2-point game. About 90 seconds to play. Torrance, yes, got a couple friendly bounces and fell through. 2 points for Bailey Torrance off the bench. Here's Lolo Reed. 1 minute, 17 seconds to go, first quarter. Welker, Mendetta. That's Davis. 1:10 to go here in the first. Reed lost the dribble, regathers it, has 7 to shoot, trapped in the lane, goes up and does not make it, but draws a foul on Camille Perry. Only the second foul on Franklin in the first. It's not really going to matter. There's 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the first quarter, and a very quickly moving first quarter. And a nice ovation from the Grizzly Grands and everybody in attendance for Jordan Reed and Taylor Cooney, who have played outstanding here in the first quarter. Reed makes the first. 3-point game, 61 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Made them both. Reed now has 4. That is the second highest figure by an Albion Briton. Only Elena Welker has more. Perry will bring it up, and we're in the run in numbers inside 60 seconds to play. Bailey sets up a screen. Perry zooms by. Barnes open. Barnes misses. Barnes tries to chase it down, and Barnes commits the foul. First foul on Maddie Barnes of the evening. Angelina Mendieta, senior from Toledo, Ohio, drew the foul. No penalty in effect. It'll be full length of the floor. 46 and 8/10 seconds remain first quarter. Here's Reed across the timeline, shadowed by Perry, looking to get off the screen by Beavers. Does find her way around. Reed, though, gets a good run at it and a friendly doink off the glass, and she is Albion's leading scorer, and she's tied the game at 17. 25 seconds to play first quarter. Here's Perry directing traffic. Goes over to O'Day, who hit a 3 earlier, the lone 3 of the first quarter. She works it inside, and Crafty is able to get it off the glass and in. She has 5. 12 seconds to go now in the first. Make it 10 seconds. Reed across the timeline with 8. There's 7. She surveys with 5. 4 seconds. The countdown on for the fans. Lobs it inside. Misplayed by Beavers. And the time clock expires at the end of the first quarter. A successful first quarter for the Grizzlies. They lead 19-17 at the end of 1. And we go to the second on Grizz TV, presented by Hubler Automotive Group. some numbers for you from the first quarter. You know the score, 19-17. Franklin outscored Albion in the paint 12-10. And he thought coming in, I thought coming in. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you had a better read on it. I don't know. But Albion has a really big advantage in the paint, but that did not play out in the first quarter. Grizzlies had a points in the paint advantage, 12-10. Franklin also scored 5 points off of Albion's 3 turnovers. Albion scored no points off of Franklin's 1 turnover. The Grizzlies did a great job protecting the basketball. Franklin shot 41% from the field, as did Albion. Those numbers are all the same. Never mind. Beavers down low, gets that up and in, and now the game is tied as we go to the second quarter. First points of the game by Beavers, who averages a dozen. Franklin playing in a tie ball game. Over 5 minutes with the lead in the first quarter, and Bailey gives the lead right back to the Grizzlies. She has 5. 9:30 to go. Lolo Reed swings it around the bend. It ends up with Cole. Cole's looking for Beavers. Fires it down low to Davis. Davis, a big step off balance, makes it work for her and has 4 points. And the game is now tied at 21 with 9:10 to go here in the second. Hitting the brakes is Cooney. Cooney surveys the landscape, looks inside, holds the ball. Has got to get rid of it to somebody and has Barnes. Here's O'Day. O'Day hits the brakes, down low, CC Bailey, too strong off the glass and misses. Racing the floor is Welker. 8:48 to go here in the second. Down low, Beavers, all alone. The Grizzlies converge like a vice grip, and Bailey commits the foul. First foul on Bailey, first on either team here in the second quarter, and that will send Denia Beavers, the junior from Detroit, to the free throw line, where she has been very good so far this season, 8 of 10 in the first 4 games. Really, if you look at all qualifying efforts, second best free throw shooter on the team. And she makes this one here. Now has 3. And if your post player is able to be a really great free throw shooter, well then, hey, it's a winning situation if you ask me. 4 for Beavers now. 2-point lead for Albion. First lead they've had in some time. And there's 8:30 to go here in the second quarter. O'Day works it to the free throw line. Doesn't have any help. Scooped it with the right hand, but couldn't get it over the rim. And racing back is O'Day as Reed drives by everybody, misses it. Bailey gets another strong rebound. For Bailey, that's rebound number 2. Here's O'Day, pops a shot, makes it. Sarah O'Day now has 7, better than her average. She averaged 6 entering today. This looks to be a better than typical performance by Sarah O'Day, and the Grizzlies could definitely use it. Reed into the lane, couldn't get it to go, off the side of the rim. Bailey gets her second consecutive rebound on that end of the floor. Here's Cooney, hits the brakes, floats it back to Barnes. Hot potato into the corner. That's Coon up top, O'Day. Now Bailey, all 5 touch the ball on this floor, and O'Day's shot was blocked, but illegally. Beavers committing a foul. So foul trouble by Denia Beavers, well, at least foul trouble for Denia Beavers, and arguably the best weapon against the Grizzlies. Beavers are going to have to sit maybe for the rest of the quarter with 2 fouls. Don't want her to pick up that third. O'Day's at the line and missed the first. There's 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. O'Day, 83% free throw shooter. Get closer to her average if she puts this one through, which she does not. Left them both short, and the game is still tied at 23. Here's Welker directing traffic, fakes the handoff, works it in left side. That's Cole across the lane. The pass was deflected. Otherwise, Davis would have had to catch and shoot. She trays it from the paint and gets it to go.
Riley Davis has 6 points. The lead seesaws back to Albion with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's Perry. Had some room but was way deep. Now O'Day with 18 to shoot on the shot clock, unfurls the three and left it short. Last couple times she's put the ball towards that net, they've all been short, both free throws and that three. Reed lowers the shoulder, a blocking foul is called, and the bucket counts 2. So it's the first foul of the game on Jordan Kuhn. Second foul on the Grizzlies. And Lolo Reed looks to be going to the free throw line with 1 free throw opportunity. Lolo Reed, averaging 12.8 points per game, already has 8 points, and she's about to give Albion a 5-point lead. She does so. Make it 9 for Reed. More than making up for the difference. She had 10 points last time out. Last time against Franklin, she was more of a facilitator. She had 8 assists against the Grizzlies a year ago. Georgia Hanauer into the game, pops a J and makes it. How about that for your first appearance of the evening? Check in, make a shot, perfect. 3-point lead for Albion with 6:30 to go here in the second quarter. Reed lobs it down low, and then committing the foul, saving the bucket, was Taylor Cooney. Cooney had fouls to give. That was just her first. Third on the Grizzlies of the period. Audrey Waters goes to the line. She has 2 points tonight. She is a 33% free throw shooter. She missed one in the first quarter, but she makes this one. When you're 6 for 17 from the line, chances are their teams are going to keep putting you there. And she makes the Grizzlies pay by making them both. 4 points by DeWaters. 5-point lead reinstated by Albion with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Perry, weathering some really tough defense, finds Kuhn. Kuhn bounces into Bailey. She's sandwiched between 2 Britons. Gives it to Kuhn. The jumper is no good. Rebound Lolo Reed. Reed in transition, up to Welker. Welker hits the brakes, puts it up, can't knock it down. Hanauer had it poked away, and then she throws it away. Some sloppy play on that end of the floor by the Grizzlies, and now Albion will have to inbound it. Only 2 turnovers by the Grizzlies tonight. Really clean game in the turnover department between these two teams. That's 5 between them. Albion had 3 early and haven't had any later. That shot didn't have a chance, and it's Grizzly ball. Sierra Cole, a dangerous 3-point shooter. That time the draft caught it, and she is 0 for 2 on the evening. For the Grizzlies, that is a player you don't really want to heat up. Cole can make it rain. Here's Perry. Kuhn looking inside to Hanauer, goes to Cooney, and a turnover. And now we're all even, 3 turnovers apiece. Up quickly to Welker, rolls it off the finger and in. 7 for Elena Welker, and the lead has stretched to 7. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second. Perry, with some hesitation, hits the brakes, leaves it for Cooney. Cooney wrapping around. Here's Hanauer. Cooney. 8 seconds to shoot. Hanauer hoists it. The shot was tipped. Cooney whirls and fires. Bailey soars in for the rebound, but the shot clock did not reset, and our referee calls a shot clock violation. The shot clock reset too quickly, and it would have been close. Our referees are conferring. It would have been a matter of seconds, the difference. It should not have reset on the tipped ball. And a shot clock violation has been called, and the Grizzlies are on a pretty big scoring drought at the moment. Franklin's gone almost 2 minutes without a bucket or a point. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to go here, second quarter, a quarter that has been dominated by Albion. Albion shooting 50% from the field. They're 5 for 10. Franklin is 3 for 10 here in the second quarter. On the evening, both teams struggling with three-point shooting. Albion is 1 for 7. That's 14%. Franklin is 1 for 8. That's 13%. Albion has 3 more points from the free throw line. They've made 7 of 8. Franklin has left 4 points at the charity stripe. They're 4 for 8, 50%. Fouls are even. Rebounds are even, and that's a big key to Franklin's success tonight. If they can rebound well, and they have 17 for both teams. Points in the paint have favored Albion now. They have 20 to Franklin's 16. That's a run through of the stats. There have been 2 blocks by Albion, 1 by Franklin, and so it's going to be Grizzly ball after discussion. So wipe everything off the board. It is 32 to 25 in favor of the visitors in purple. Getting an explanation is Doreen Carden. I think all things equal, right ruling. And Perry will inbound for the Grizzlies. 4 minutes, 52 to go here in the first half. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Hanauer leaves it for Kuhn. Kuhn passes up a 3, pops it through the lane, but traveled. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it to 4 minutes, 43 to go here in the second quarter. 32-25, Albion. All right, 4:43 to go here in the second quarter, and a quick whistle because the clock didn't really start. So we'll just do this again. Waiting for things to get reset out here. It will be Davis inbounding to Reed. And here is Lolo Reed. 4:35 to go in the second. And a foul on Torrance, her second. Welker had gained position and had boxed out Torrance, and Torrance tried to reach around her, and it didn't really work. 4 team fouls to 1 for the Grizzlies. Albion just 1 here in the second quarter, so those fouls have all pretty much equaled themselves out. 4.5 to go in the second, as Reed looks to inbound and does so, finding Sierra Cole. Reed gets it back, looks inside, hops around Cooney, cut off by Barnes, leaves it outside to Welker, who travels. First turnover in some time for Albion. And now they inbound it. Riley Davis, by the way, is 3 for 3 from the field tonight, looking pretty strong. The Grizzlies' scoreless stretch is continuing after that miss. Franklin has not scored in over 2.5 minutes. This is helter-skelter on the other end of the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to the Grizzlies. Franklin has been beating Albion to the loose balls here. And while they haven't been able to put the ball through the basket, they have been hustling hard. And there's 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Now 4 minutes flat left here in the second quarter. O'Day up top to Kuhn. Round the bend to Cooney. She's looking for CC Bailey. She drives off a screen, a whistle, and a foul on Bailey, setting in a legal screen. And that is now 5 team fouls on Franklin and 2 personal fouls on CC Bailey, who stays in the game. At least for the moment. Kate Breeden is getting ready to come in for Bailey. Down low goes Albion, as they should. Trying to draw a foul on Bailey, trying to create some space, and using the forearm, committing the offensive foul, was Riley Davis. So just the second team foul. Or maybe they didn't rule it a foul. Just a turnover. So no foul. We play on. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go here. Kuhn, left side. Here's Breeden, baseline jumper, down and out. Oh, that was close. Now Reed in transition, cut off by Kuhn. Has some space. Barnes dropped in deep. Kuhn and Reed missed it long. Here is Cooney on the other end. Up top, Barnes. Barnes leaves it for O'Day. O'Day left side. Breeden thought about a deep three. Gives it to Cooney. 15 seconds to shoot. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Jordan Kuhn with 6 to shoot. Left hand too strong off the rim, and it's taken by Lolo Reed. Reed looking towards her right. Didn't really have an option in the post. They swing it around the bend. That's Cole. Cole down, right down Meridian. Up the pirouette, and the teardrop falls. First points of the game for Sierra Cole, and it's a 9-point lead for Albion. That scoreless stretch for Franklin now over 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Down low, Breeden can't get it to go. Ripped away, Lolo Reed. Albion looking to go up double figures for the first time tonight. They lob it inside, and it's no good, but a foul is called. And it's going to be on Sarah O'Day. It's her first. But with the bonus, that will send Riley Davis to the free throw line. She's 63% on the season. 5 of 8. And she'll have some free throws right here. Good on the first. Gives her 7 for the game. There's 1 minute 58 left here in the second quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Albion. And she made the second. 8 for Riley Davis. 11-point lead for Albion. By far the biggest lead of the game, which has been very close for most of it. There have been 6 ties, a little back and forth. But the second quarter has been all Albion Britons. Perry lost the ball on the way up, leaves it for O'Day. Here's Cooney attacking left side. Had the ball stripped on the way up by Lolo Reed. And Reed fouled her. Second foul on Reed. That's the second on Albion. And now Taylor Cooney, the sophomore from Greensburg, Indiana, transfer in to Franklin from Grace. Shooting 80% from the free throw line. Misses the first. That means that scoreless stretch continues. 4 minutes and 55 seconds of no points by the Grizzlies. And it continues longer. 1:40 to go here in the first half. Cole in transition. Outside to Guilford. Up top, firing the three is Ross, who missed it. Rebound Perry. Strong rebound by the 5'4 freshman guard from Speedway. Bullets the pass up into the quarter. Jordan Kuhn thought about the three. Doinks it off the glass, and finally a bucket goes for Franklin. And it's Jordan Kuhn, the leading scorer for the Grizzlies, who finally gets Franklin off the schneid. The lead is now 9 for Albion. Edwards travels. Debrea Edwards, a junior from Detroit, traveled. Another turnover for Albion. They now have 7 to Franklin's 5. 60 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies down 9. Perry underhands it out to Cooney. Cooney. The C's parted and the layup is accurate. 4 for Taylor Cooney. And the Grizzlies on a bit of a run here, making 4 unanswered. And they have a chance to finish strong here in the second quarter. That jumper is missed by Cole. Franklin, Perry, up. Cooney hits the brakes and misses. That rebound, though, tips out Jordan Kuhn, unfurls a 3 and missed it. Clearing out space for the rebound is Emma Cook, newly into the game. Shot clock off. 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now it's at 14. Cold pressure at half court by Kuhn. 10 seconds to work with. Make it 8 seconds. Here's Edwards from the top of the key with 5. 4 seconds. 3. Edwards tries to hook around Cooney. Airmails it. Perry does not get a shot off. The horn sounds. And the second quarter comes to a close. It was dominated by Albion, but Franklin made a run to draw closer at the half. Albion leads 36-29. Alrighty, folks, getting set for the second half. We've got about a minute until the second half begins. This first quarter was very close. Franklin led by 2. The second quarter, Albion outscored Franklin 19-10. And part of the cause, if you want to look at where this came from, Franklin went on a significant scoring drought and only shot 29% from the field. They were 5 of 17. Albion was 6 of 15, 40%. Both teams are not shooting well from 3. They've each made 1. Albion's 1 for 8, Franklin's 1 for 9. Rebound advantage, there is none, 22 apiece. The Grizzlies have capitalized off of Albion's turnovers. 7 of their 29 points have been off of turnovers. Albion has committed 7. Albion has only scored 2 points off of Franklin's 5 turnovers. But another little key element, free throw shooting. Albion was perfect in the second quarter, 7 for 7. They are 9 for 10 overall, that's 90%. And Franklin was 0 for 4 from the line in the second quarter, 4 for 10 on the game, 40%. So there's 6 points right there, and you're looking at a 7-point game. So the Grizzlies have pretty much matched Albion, who entered today on a 3-game win streak and playing very well. And so far, this lady has been a non-factor. Denia Beavers turns it over. She has 4 points, well below her average. She has been in foul trouble. She has not been. Franklin has had a very good game plan to deal with her, but their offense struggled at the end of the second. And now we'll see what the Grizzlies can do. Barnes, currently scoreless on the game, feeds it down low. CeCe Bailey fights through the hands, gives it to Jordan Kuhn, who did not have enough on it, and then CeCe Bailey ran through Elena Welker. And that is the 3rd foul on CeCe Bailey. Something to keep an eye on. Here early in the third, Bailey's going to sit immediately in favor of Bailey Torrance. So Torrance is in. Bailey forced to sit. 9 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And what has been a very quickly moving game. We're through halftime. It's only been an hour and 5 minutes of basketball overall in real time. Welker backs her way into the paint, gives it to Lolo Reed, who traveled. She tried to crow step around O'Day, I think it was, and then ran into her and wasn't misjudged how close O'Day was. So it's another turnover. A couple of turnovers here to begin the third quarter. 36-29, 9 minutes to go, and there's a turnover too, but the ball is booted. The race is on. Welker not able to get there. It'll be Franklin ball. Great effort, though, by Elena Welker, a senior from Dearborn Heights, Michigan. As we see Lauren Bates, a freshman from Anderson, Indiana, went to Frankton High School. 5'8" guards, subs in for the first time tonight. Bates, 40% from the field, 0 for 2 for 3, averaging 3 points per game on the season, and she gets an opportunity here with 8:50 to go in the third quarter. Cooney, it kind of all opens up for her, and an easy layup for Taylor Cooney, who now has 6 points. 5-point game. Grizzlies back in this one with 8:35 to go here in the third. Trying to lob it to Beavers. Torrance trying to box her out. The ball is given up to Davis, who is then fouled. Double check to see who was on. It looked like the foul was on Lauren Bates, but wasn't sure. Either way, it's 2 team fouls on the Grizzlies. And then a travel by Riley Davis. Waiting on the old computer program to update. 8:27 to go here in the third. The foul was on Lauren Bates. Here's Cooney creating some space, and Taylor Cooney draws the third foul on Denia Beavers. That's the first of the third quarter, and in comes her sub, Audrey DeWaters, and Beavers has been just frustrated tonight. There have been lots of fouls. She's got 3 of them. She only has 4 points. And she's been frustrated by the Grizzly defense. And to the line is Taylor Cooney. And hands behind her head, Jessica Johnson. The free throw shooting has been brutal tonight for Franklin. And missed them both. 4 for 12 from the free throw line are the Grizzlies. They're only down 5. Reed works her way into the lane through the contact and scores. Reed is in double figures with 11, first player to do so. And the lead is back up to 7, just inside 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Nice pass by O'Day, but it was bobbled around and last touched by Lauren Bates. It was a bold pass. It was a quick pass, but wasn't cleanly handled. Now Albion could go up double figures again with a made 3. Passing up that 3 is Cole. Top of the key, looking around. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go, third quarter. And then a foul will be called on Cooney. Third foul on Franklin of this third quarter. And Cooney's 0 for 4 from the line. O'Day 0 for 2. Coon is 1 for 2. Everyone who's attempted a free throw for Franklin has at least missed 1. Davis sets it up to Reed. Reed guarded by Barnes. Backs her down. Has 7 to shoot. Barnes hangs tough. Reed wraps around somehow and makes it. She has 13. That's a 9-point lead for Albion with 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Barnes hands it off, working down. Bates, left side of the lane, skies over. Torrance almost had her hands on it. Racing the other way is Welker. Bounces it up quickly, and that ball left thrown straight to Cooney. Davis couldn't gather herself and tried to lay it off to a teammate, but a Grizzly was there. 6:50 to go, third quarter. O'Day hit the brakes. Now down Bailey Torrance. Works inside and scores! A foul is called on Audrey Waters. So Torrance will go to the line, looking to get some help from the charity stripe. She is 4 for 4 on the season. It all came in one game. Actually, last game in the win against Principia, and she misses. So the free throw shooting struggles continue. It's a 7-point game, 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Davis works it left side, leaves it for Cole. Cole flips it out to Welker. Welker has been quiet this half, but she draws a blocking foul on Bates. That's the second foul of the quarter on Lauren Bates. And now the fourth on the Grizzlies. Reed will inbound. Quickly to Welker. Thought about the 3. Drives baseline on Bates. Blocked by the rim. Oh, quickly up. Here's Jordan Kuhn. She wins the foot race but misses the layup. Shoveled under to Torrance, who's fouled again and makes the bucket. Torrance has 6. Fouled by DeWaters. Third on Albion. The free throw is good. You can feel the relief from Jessica Johnson and that side of the Franklin fans. The Grizzlies only down 4 now. Lolo Reed's been the woman of the moment, but she misses. Inside, through the contact, misses again. That one missed as well. Kuhn comes out with it. Inside, 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Crafty dribbling at midcourt, finds Perry. Perry drives left, creates some space, off the glass, no good. Rebound easy for Emma Cook, but a whistle and a player down for Albion. And hard to see which one it is. Her leg is up. And heading over to check on her is Doreen Carden. And hobbling off the floor is Sierra Cole. back towards the locker room, and that would be a big loss for Albion. Cole only 2 points tonight, but she's an effective player, strong defender. And now a timeout on the floor to deal with the injury to Cole. As a sub is coming in, that is Ava Guilford. 5 minutes, 45 seconds, and the injury timeout is over. Grizzlies trail by 4, 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Lolo Reed, leading scorer for Albion tonight. Gives it to Guilford. Guilford's looking inside for Welker. Instead goes up top and finds Reed. Reed was looking inside to Cook. It clears out for Reed. She attacks the basket. Perry, what a play! Oh, and not able to claim onto it was Bates, but it was off Lolo Reed. I'm telling you what. Camille Perry made a wonderful defensive play, just keeping that ball alive and generating another turnover of Albion. The 11th turnover of the game. Perry hits the brakes, leaves it outside to O'Day. She's looking for Torrance. Bailey Torrance has been the hot hand. She's blocked this time by Cook. Torrance entered today averaging 4 points per game. She had 8 last time out against Principia. She has 7 tonight. 5:10 to go, third quarter. Grizzlies looking resurgent here, only down 4. 12 on the shot clock. Drive baseline. Bates got the roll. It's a 2-point game. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Grizzlies came out of the locker room sharp. Davis drives. Davis is tied up by, you can take your pick. A couple of Grizzlies had her. It's going to be a shooting foul. It looks to be Lauren Bates' third. And it is now the 5th timeout, or the 5th team foul against the Grizzlies. That puts Albion in the penalty timeout on the floor. 4:50 to go, 2-point game. Albion leads 40-38. Looking to end a Franklin run at the line is Riley Davis. Well, she misses. For the game, Albion had been 90% from the free throw line, 9 of 10, and they are now 9 for 12. Strong rebound, Cook, loose ball. Lolo Reed picked it up, and a foul on Lauren Bates, and that is her 4th. That's going to send Lolo Reed to the line. Barnes subs in, Bates subs out. Maddie Barnes has been playing a lot more this year than last. 5 more minutes a game. Has yet to score tonight. And Reed makes the first free throw. She has 14. Good on both.
15 points for Lolo Reed. Her season high and career high is 21. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Perry works it from the right side top. Now it's O'Day. Bullets it up to Barnes. Fakes it to Torrance. Kicks it to O'Day. From the left side, O'Day drives in. Leaves it for Barnes. 13 to shoot. Here's Perry. Hits the brakes for Torrance. Torrance travels. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go, third quarter after the Grizzly turnover. Just the sixth. Well, now seventh turnover of the game for Franklin. Here's Welker, left wing. Finds her way into the paint, leaves it outside, passes it up to threes, Guilford. She has the tough defense from Perry and it forces the turnover. Torrance with the sticky fingers. Now O'Day. Perry. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Barnes lost her balance. It's O'Day on the receiving end. Barnes pop a shot, left it short. Rebound. Oh, the reception really was Riley Davis. Reed finds Welker up the floor. Welker matched by Barnes. Barnes stays with her, but Welker fights her way through and scores her 9th point of the contest. The lead grows to 6 for Albion. Here's Perry beckoning for Jordan Kuhn. Kuhn, very strong first half, scoreless here in the third quarter. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the frame. Torrance down the lane, cradled it, and draws a foul on Emma Cook, the sophomore from Okemos, Michigan. 4th on Albion of the quarter. So the Grizzlies have one more to draw if they want to get those automatic free throws. Here's Perry, who's looked feisty on defense but left the ball behind her on offense. Welker driving past O'Day. Found some sticky pavement and stuck her foot into it, holding the brakes. Now it's Reed. Lolo Reed, nice pirouette but left it short. The shot up, effort, Torrance has the rebound, jump ball called, or is it a foul? It's a foul. And the foul is going to go against Lolo Reed, her third. So that is the 5th team foul on Albion with 3 minutes and 1 second to go here in the third quarter. And Torrance is going to the line as a result. Torrance has 2 free throws and here in the bonus. The Grizzlies were on a run and then Albion answered with their own. Franklin has not scored for 2 minutes. And Bailey Torrance misses the first. Torrance now 1 for 3 from the line and now 2 for 4. 8 for Torrance, 6 of them here in the third quarter. Guilford looks for Welker. Welker trying to find room on Barnes, and Barnes commits the foul, taking up too much space. And with 2 minutes and 47 seconds, that'll send Elena Welker to the free throw line where she's shooting 77% on the season. These are the first free throws of the night, and the first one was perfect. 10 for Welker. That dynamic duo of Welker and Reed have been prolific again tonight. They've entered tonight averaging 26.1 points per game. Well, they have 26 points tonight through almost 3 quarters. Earlier this season, they combined for 43 against Oberlin. Welker had 22, Reed had 21. Here's Cooney. Little haphazard possession with 2:30 to go, third quarter. Torrance, they're rolled off the front of the rim. Welker in transition, pressured by Jordan Kuhn. O'Day getting ready to sub back in for the Grizzlies. Welker had some space, maybe took too long. It was wide open, but she kept floating. And now Jordan Kuhn in transition.
Racing up the floor, finds Maddie Barnes, who lost the ball. It's picked up and a foul on Barnes. Becca Ross able to find the ball. It's the third foul on Barnes. Franklin fans did not like it one bit. And Barnes gets an ovation from the fans as Becca Ross heads to the line. 88% free throw shooter entering tonight. She was the leader if you want to look at like qualified. She was 7 of 8 entering tonight. 88%, and now she goes to the line for the first time tonight. And that is her first point of the evening. And the lead grows to 8. Rebound, Cook, offensive rebound, a clutch one for Albion. Leaving the ball behind her, a turnover. Cooney leaves it up for Jordan Kuhn. Can she slow herself down? No. Too hard off the glass. Welker in transition for Albion. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Into the corner. Davis not given enough room to shoot. Shadowed by Cooney. Now it is Guilford. Welker, 8 on the shot clock. 90 seconds to go in this period. Guilford, baseline. Hooks it around Cook with a hand in her face. Missed it. Perry, the strong rebound. Franklin's going to have numbers for a few seconds here. It's Cooney who misplaced the ball. Day and bending down. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Grizzlies yet again. 1 minute, 14 seconds. Lauren Bates with her 4 fouls is coming back in. Takes out Perry. Perry's played a great game defensively. Has not yet made an impact offensively, but strong on the defensive side. Here's Bates. O'Day. 70 seconds to go, third. Cooney with 13 on the shot clock. Here's CeCe Bailey back in the game. One strong step, didn't have enough on it. And the ball was knocked out of bounds by Becca Ross. It stays with the Grizzlies. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 57 and 2/10 seconds left in the game. Cooney, 5 on the shot clock. Bates is fouled, bailed out here late in the shot clock by Ava Guilford, her second foul. That's going to send Lauren Bates to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2 on the season, the freshman from Anderson. She has 2 points here in the third quarter. And the free throw is no good. Here in the third, Franklin is 2 for 7 from the free throw line. 6 of 17 for the game. Makes the second. 3 points for Lauren Bates. 50 seconds to go, third quarter. 7-point Albion lead. Screen from Cook. O'Day gets around it cleanly. Welker trying to find room on O'Day. O'Day sticks with her. Now Guilford up top. Davis. Guilford. Corner. Welker. O'Day cleared out on her. Welker looks baseline. She has 7 seconds to shoot. 30 seconds left in the quarter. And it's too strong. Bailey the rebound, and she's fouled. Guilford gave her a hug and picked up her third foul in the process. That's going to send CeCe Bailey to the free throw line. With 26 and 1/10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. On the season, Bailey 50%. Tonight, she's 3 for 4. 4 for 5. 6 points for CeCe Bailey. Seven points for CeCe Bailey. She thought she'd missed it out of her hand. Timeout called by the Grizzlies. We'll take it too. 26 and 1/10 seconds to go. Pausing for 30 seconds. Albion's lead is now down to 5. There is 26 and 1/10 seconds to go. Franklin down 5 despite shooting 45% on their free throws. They've missed 11, 9 for 20. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Welker waves off a screen. She's wanting to kill some time. O'Day is there with her. O'Day hangs tight. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Welker moves. 6 seconds. There's 5. Welker, hesitation, trying to find a lane. Blocked by O'Day. Volleys it up. Torrance has it, and the Grizzlies defense holds at the end of the third. It's 47-42 going to the fourth on Grizz TV, presented by Hubler Automotive Group. As we get set for the fourth quarter, a couple of numbers for you. Combined, the three-point shot, they might as well just erase the line. These two teams are combined 2 for 17 from 3. Albion did not attempt a three-pointer in the third quarter, neither did Franklin. A big number, though, that factors in on Franklin's run. The Grizzlies' defense held the Britons to just 21% from the field. Albion was 3 for 14 from the field on field goals. Free throws, while Franklin was 50%, 5 for 10, they didn't really lose any ground to Albion. Albion only made 5 free throws too. So both teams got 5 points from the free throw line. As we get set for this fourth quarter, line score, we got it a little backwards there. Grizzlies outscored Albion by 2 points in the first quarter. Albion had the Grizzlies by 9 in the second. Grizzlies by 2 in the third. Add that all up, and it's a 5-point game as we're underway. Final frame here in the Spurlock Center. Welker looking for Lolo Reed. The hot hand of the game, the leading scorer, ball loose. Here's Reed again. That stifling Grizzly defense didn't give her much room. Down low, they find Beavers eventually, who scores. Only 6 points by Denia Beavers, who's been in foul trouble this whole game. Around the bend, Kuhn finds some space, leaves it for CeCe Bailey, who stumbled. Now it's Bates. Bates lost the ball. Reed has it, calling for a tie-up, and not getting it. It's a timeout executed by Franklin. Well done, sneaking that in. Doreen Carden wanted a jump ball. It's a timeout instead, and we will take a timeout with 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go. There were a couple other games going on with significance for the HCAC. Bluffton beat Heidelberg 63-51. Morgan Smith had a great outing. A double-double, 12 points and 14 rebounds. Bluffton now 3-0. And then in a game that matters for both the HCAC and the MIAA, Anderson, the Ravens, played St. Mary's, the Bells, up in Notre Dame, Indiana. And with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, Anderson leads by 8, 80-72, in a very high-scoring game. Some impressive numbers as we look there. Lexi Dellinger for Anderson has 23 points. Jade Shipley adds 18 for the Ravens. Athena Sampson has 18 for the Bells, as does Elle Deerdorf, has 15. Athena Sampson, living up to her last name, 18 points, 17 rebounds. So that game is late. Anderson with a decent lead, but the game far from over. Anderson would put them above 500. They're 3-2. St. Mary's would drop them to 500. They are currently 3-2. If they lose that game to the Ravens, they would be 3-3. Welker looks inside to Beavers. Beavers inside the restricted area, doinks it in. This might be the rinse and repeat method by Albion to coast this game away. Franklin's going to have to find an answer. Cooney turns it over. She's trying to get to Bates, and then Bates fouls out. The reach foul by the freshman, and that means the evening is over for Lauren Bates. Bates was about the only Grizzly in foul trouble, though. No one had more than Bailey and Barnes' 3, but she has fouled out. Guilford has 4 for Albion, but the Britons don't really have too much foul trouble outside of Beavers' 3. Enough here in the fourth, and she has 6 points here in the fourth quarter. That's 10, and it's an 11-point lead for Albion. Franklin's got 8 minutes and 30 seconds to figure this out. Down low, CeCe Bailey. Off the glass, no. Sticks with it, rips the rebound away, and the jump ball is awarded to Franklin. Perry will inbound. Bailey back to Perry off the inbound. Oh, her back foot was on the back line when she caught that pass from Bailey. It was a well drawn up play, but Perry, lagging back foot, tapped on the baseline, and she was out of bounds when she touched the ball. So 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Albion by 11. Here's Lolo Reed looking for Beavers. Beavers, another one. 12 for Beavers here in the fourth quarter. She has 8 of her 12 points all in this frame. CeCe Bailey answers on the other end. That's 9 for Bailey. But the lead is still 11 for Albion with 7 minutes and 45 to go. Beavers again. 10 points in the first 2.5 minutes of this fourth quarter for Albion, and the Britons are chanting on their bench. It's a 13-point lead. Perry through the lane. Kuhn dropped the ball, had a 3 opportunity there, maybe. Now it's O'Day. Through the lane, 10 to shoot. Kuhn cutting, baseline, leaves it out for Cooney, who heaves a 3 and missed, but a foul is called on Beavers, her fourth. That's the first on Albion of the fourth quarter, and that's the first player, that's the most important player. Beavers, if she doesn't check back in, she gave Albion a 10-point fourth quarter and showed what she can do when able. O'Day off the inbound. Leaves it for Perry beyond the arc. Cooney, 7 minutes, 8 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Jordan Kuhn floats it to Perry. Perry 8 to shoot, into the corner. Bailey Torrance misses a 3. First 3-point shot attempted by either team here in the fourth quarter, and the collective poor shooting from deep continues. There's a foul on Torrance on this end of the floor. It's her third, second on the Grizzlies. Lolo Reed and Albion will trigger the ball in, looking for their biggest lead of the game. Welker makes it and is going to the line. Bouncing her head, bobbing around. To double check who the foul was on. But Welker to the line looking for point number 14, and she got it. Timeout. Jessica Johnson. Albion has a 16-point lead. Grizzlies have a hole to dig themselves out of, and they have 6 minutes and 48 seconds to do so. As O'Day will inbound it to Perry. It is Perry who committed that last foul. She has 2. Off the Torrance screen, working towards the right, drives on hard, and it is out of bounds off of Franklin. Back in the game for Albion is Sierra Cole, who left earlier with an apparent injury, and she's back to playing. Looks to be feeling pretty good. Lolo Reed brings it up. 6:30 to go, fourth quarter. Here's Cole. Davis down low, off the glass and in for Audrey DeWaters. She has 6. 18-point lead by Albion. Man, if you just clicked on the link and turned on Grizz TV, this game was never this far out of reach for any of it, and ripped away from Hanauer. Was a ball for Albion. Welker surveys the landscape. Cole into the corner. Davis, no. And DeWaters is fouled. Is fouled by Jordan Kuhn. Her second. 4th on the Grizzlies. And that sends DeWaters to the line. Makes the first. 7 for DeWaters. DeWaters entered tonight a struggling free throw shooter. Just made a third of her attempts. But she's outperformed everyone tonight, and outboxing out everyone's Riley Davis, who now has 10. Albion by 21. Perry with 5:35 to go in the game. Looking for Hanauer. Hanauer is fouled. Welker disagrees, but it is her second foul nevertheless. So Perry sits, Torrance sits. See, Braylon Clendenin subs in. Bailey's back in, Barnes in for Kuhn. It's O'Day, Hanauer, Clendenin, Bailey, and Hanauer. Barnes fouled off the inbound, and Franklin will do this all over again. Looked to be the foul on Riley Davis, which would be her first. 3rd on Albion, 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the game. O'Day finds Hanauer, but it was poked away by Lolo Reed. Four players in double figures for Albion. 15 for Reed, 14 apiece for Welker and Beavers. Here's the baseline, Jay. Up the floor, 5 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Maddie Barnes made that, her first 2 points of the game. Cole from the top of the key, 5 minutes to go in the game. Lolo Reed looking inside. Pirouettes, drives on strong, and scores. She adds to her career high, or game high performance. She has 17 points. That's 4 points off her career high. 67-46 with 4:42 to go as a foul is called. It is on Audrey DeWaters, her fourth. Fourth on Albion. So now, by my count, that is 2 Britons with 4 fouls, DeWaters and Beavers. Welker subs out, Edwards subs in, as is Mendieta. Mendieta guarding Barnes. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Albion leads by 21. O'Day drives strong and is blocked by Davis. Here's Reed. Works across the timeline in transition, slows down the pace. They're in no rush. And then DeWaters somehow was fouled by C.C. Bailey. That's the 5th foul on Franklin. DeWaters will go back to the line. 4th foul on Bailey, who's now the only Grizzly with 4 fouls currently. I think some perspirations on the floor, so that'll get mopped up. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go before these free throws by Audrey DeWaters, the senior from Richland, Michigan. Perry comes in for O'Day. And DeWaters misses. So far this 4th quarter, Albion shooting 82% from the field. They're 9 for 11. The Grizzlies 29%, 2 for 7. Second one is good by DeWaters. That gives her 8. One shy of her career high of 9. 22-point lead for Albion. Franklin looking to slice this up. Perry off the glass. Too strong. Hanauer's chaser is also not good. But they drew a foul, and it's the 5th, and it's on DeWaters, and DeWaters can't believe it. And that'll be it for Audrey DeWaters. And so free throws for both teams the rest of the way. So in goes Emma Cook, sophomore. Cook first appeared in this game in the second half, hasn't yet to score. Does have 6 rebounds though, a big part of Albion's surge in the rebounding in the second half. Hanauer looking frustrated, waits for the next free throw attempt. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Made the second. That's 3 points for Georgia Hanauer, the sophomore from Hartford City, Indiana. Here's Mendieta, now Edwards looking down low for Cook. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the game. Bailey gets the turnover and then is fouled by Cook. That's her second. So we walk the other way for free throws for C.C. Bailey. 3 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Franklin could cut this to 19 if a couple free throws fall. First one does. 10 for C.C. Bailey. Missed the second, bobbled around. Bailey had her hand on it, so did Perry, but Reed comes up with it. Edwards up the floor, off the glass, and no good. Bailey the rebound. Here's Maddie Barnes. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go in a 20-point ball game. Perry. Off the screen, takes it down the left side, hit the brakes too early. Now it's Barnes. She had Clendenin towards her left. Instead, almost lost it. Hanauer hoists a 3 and missed it. Bailey the rebound and is fouled. Fouled by Lolo Reed, her 4th. That could be consequential. Franklin's got to draw closer for that. Currently, their deficit is 20. And the free throw is good by Bailey, who now has 11. She entered today 50% from the free throw line, averaging 9.5 points per game. She now has a dozen. The margin is 18. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in the fourth. Near side, Davis. Mendiata. Through some contact. Reed is fouled by Barnes. Fourth on Barnes. The fouls are really beginning to mount for both teams. Bailey's playing with 4 for the Grizzlies. Barnes just picked up her 4th. Reed and Beavers have 4 fouls for Albion. Reed will shoot free throws. A player is fouled out for each team. And the free throw is down and out. But Bates and DeWaters have both fouled out. And she missed them both. Rebound, Edwards sticks with it and is fouled. And that might be it for CC Bailey. She's walking towards the bench. It's on her. And there goes a player who's played really hard this fourth quarter. But CC Bailey has fouled out. Jasmine Walker will make her first appearance of the game, subbing in for the now fouled out CC Bailey. Edwards makes the free throw, her first point of the game. The second is good. 2 for Edwards. That reinstates a 20-point lead with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to play. Albion looking for their 4th win in a row. Minutes, 46 seconds left in the ball game. Perry catching a Walker screen, goes right, pops the J from the free throw line and has some nice touch on it. First 2 points of the game for Perry, the former Speedway spark plug. 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Here's Lolo Reed, played herself a very good game. 17 points into the corner, and that 3 is missed. Strong rebound by Edwards, puts it up and doesn't get it. Walker the rebound, and she's fouled by Angelina Mendieta. That'll send Jasmine Walker to the free throw line, where she is 0 for 2 on the season. Lolo Reed takes a seat, probably for the last time. Great game played by her. 17 points, 6 of 15 from the field, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, picked up a steal. All around good effort. Megan Kane will sub in for Maddie Barnes. Second appearance of the season for Megan Kane, a freshman from Newburgh, Indiana, went to Castle High School down there. Walker makes the first free throw. That is Walker's first points of the season. Made them both. 16-point game, 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Cole will bring it up, shadowed by Perry, though basically the length of the way. Here's Sweetland into the game. Now it's Ross. 5:54 to go. She tried to throw it through the hoop the wrong way. And Clendenin has it, but poked away from behind by Ross.
Ross not giving up on the play, able to pick the pocket of Clendenin. Now here's Cole. There he comes out to Garter, 96 seconds to play. And she traveled. Margin 16 with 90 seconds left. Perry brings it up at a leisurely pace. 85 seconds to go. Looks for a screen, it's not coming. Crafty dribbles into the lane, off the glass and in. Perry has 4. It's now a 14-point game with 70 seconds to go. Cole across the timeline sends Perry tumbling. Cole seeks out a play call from Doreen Carton, the head coach for Albion, who will pick up her 340th win tonight. We're inside a minute. Cole leaves it outside, 3 ball from the corner pockets, down and out. Walker scoops the rebound away to Hanauer. Hanauer takes it right side of the lane and left it way short, but was fouled in the process as Sierra Cole looks to the heavens, wondering where she fouled. But it is a foul, and Hanauer goes to the line where she's 1 for 2 tonight. .42 and 5/10 seconds remain. Makes the first. 4 points for Georgia Hanauer. She had 6 earlier this season, last game on Saturday. She now has 5. 12-point game. Cole has it with 40 seconds to go. Perry guarding her. Here comes a screen from Edwards, and Edwards bails out on it. Cole trying to create some space, almost an over and back. The Franklin fans wanted the call. 29 seconds to go in the game. And backing away from it is Ross. Ross given some space, gives it up to Sweetland. Sweetland left-handed, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, claimed by Cook. 13 seconds left. Ross hoists a jumper and misses it. Underneath, strong rebound and a putback. Good by Sweetland, her first 2 points of the season. That'll roll away, and now there's 9/10 of a second, so there'll be 1 inbound and the game will be over. And the final score, Albion, in what was a close game, the Britons were up by 5 at the beginning of the 4th quarter and then pulled away in the end to win 72-58. They outscored the Grizzlies by 9 points in the 4th quarter, and it was really a bigger margin till the very end. But Albion came and played very well, and they're able to get their 4th win in a row. They're now 4-1 on the season. Franklin is now 1-2 and 0-2 in the Spurlock Center. High scorers tonight. Lolo Reed had 17 for Albion. 14 for Elena Welker. Denia Beavers also had 14. Riley Davis had 10. Audrey DeWaters had 8. And then 2 for a bunch of players, including Sierra Cole, Nicole Sweetland, Debrea Edwards, and Ava Guilford. For Franklin, leading scorer, just getting into double figures with CeCe Bailey, who would eventually foul out. She had 12. Jordan Kuhn had 9. Bailey Torrance off the bench had 8. Sarah O'Day had 7. Taylor Cooney had 6. Georgia Hanauer had 5, all late. 4 points for Camille Perry late in the game. Lauren Bates had 3. Maddie Barnes and Jasmine Walker both had 2. Barnes started. Walker's came on the free throw line. 3 players fouled out, 2 by the Grizzlies, Bailey and Bates. DeWaters fouled out for Albion. Franklin was out rebounded 47-7. Leading rebounder was Lolo Reed in the game. She had 9. CeCe Bailey had 8 for the Grizzlies. Coming up 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double, or a double-double. 11 assists for the Grizzlies. No one had more than 3.
3 players had 3. 10 assists by Albion, 4 of them went to Lolo Reed. There were 8 blocks in the game by Albion, 3 by the Grizzlies. Welker, Beavers, and Davis had 2 blocks apiece. Franklin shot 35% from the field for the game. Albion shot 40%, but a blistering 53% in the fourth quarter. Three-point shooting was terrible. Albion was 1 for 9, Franklin 1 for 12. Free throw shooting left a lot to be desired by the Grizzlies. They were 17 of 30. That's 57%. And Albion was 19 of 27, 70%. Next for the Grizzlies, they will be going on the road against Transylvania and Defiance Conference rivals. That Transylvania game is next Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then Defiance as we get to December on Saturday, December 3rd at 1 p.m. Then off to Olivet at 7 on December 7th, and then back here on Grizz TV at the Spurlock Center December 10th against Manchester. Manchester entered tonight 2-2. Albion is at home next Wednesday, the 30th, against St. Mary's at 7:30. Then they go on the road to Olivet, Great Lakes Christian, and then Alma. The Scots come calling on December 10th. So the final from the Spurlock Center, Franklin falls to Albion. Albion, the Britons win 72-58. I'm for Grizz TV presented by Hubler Automotive. I'm Jonathan Mathis saying thank you for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a happy Thanksgiving. So long from the Spurlock Center.